Well, with all this talk about city happenings, it's only fair that Mayor Tim Short join us for the conversation. So, Mayor, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
this
for
evening.
having me.
Of course.
Everything that you just said was true.
Hey, that's what we strive to do.
Wow, what a morning.
I know, right? Busy day.
That was quite a bit. Mercy.
I know. So well, let's get to it.
Okay.
We'll talk a little bit about it with you. So, you know, the last time you were here, you talked about a data center kind of being different than the one that was proposed in the City View area and another off of Burke Road. And today, of course, like we mentioned, they signed off on selling that business or selling that land in the business park. So, in your perspective, why do you believe this data center is good for the area and the community?
Well, $65,000 an acre, largest land sale per acre in the history of Wichita Falls.
Wow.
So, no tax breaks, no abatements, no promises, no anything. They want to be here. This is, understand the first phase out there would be about 1 million square feet. This will be up to 6 million square feet by the time they're finished. So the Pentagon is 6 million square feet. So, you know, for perspective, the way that goes. Over the next 5 years, so I think we've talked about it before, there will be 4,000 to 5,000 skilled labor jobs here in Wichita Falls. Plumbers, electricians, framers, engineers, all of those, they have to build these places. They like to use as much local as they can. So, you know, that's a bonus. Plus, and then after these things are finished, 150 to 300 permanent jobs that, you know, from the landscaper to the janitor, you know, to everybody else in IT that's inside working on this incredibly large server farm. So that's why.
Yeah, we have to keep it maintenance in all aspects.
Absolutely.
Now, about the data center, we heard from one citizen just a little bit ago who was a little upset about it. She mentioned people getting ill and livestock also falling victim to some of this. Is there any concern about that with the new data center?
No. You know, you can be careful what you Google because you might find it. You know, so they if you an example, if you go Google today, you know, what's the highest water rate in Texas? It'll say Wichita Falls. It's false. You know, that's from 2016 when it was actually true. So these things don't get updated. These data centers are the models, and they're so much more efficient now. People worry about, I say we have land, water, and electricity. We have the things that they want. People are concerned, and rightly so, about some of the things that they read and some of the things that they see about that. Well, I live here too. I don't want those things to happen in my community and in my city either, so we've investigated them. They will be water cooled. People worry about the amount of water. So they're on a closed loop system, like your car. When's the last time you put water in your car to cool your engine? You don't have to do that very often, if ever. So it's not a continuous run of water. It's a continuous run of the same untreated water that it takes to cool them. And the electricity rates being affected. Okay, in Texas, we have electric provider choice. Every year, every 2 years, whenever your contract is up as a resident, you can shop your electric rates around, and we all do, and then you take the one you want and you lock it in for a couple years. So they do the same thing in commercial, business, and industry, data centers. They're going to shop and find their best rate for their provider. The load that they use doesn't affect the residents. If you don't like your rate at the end of your contract, shop it around and find another provider. Those are the things that we hear. The noise is another aspect. That this is not a Bitcoin mining operation. We don't have that to worry about. And this is not in a residential area. This is Fisher Road out in the business park. So, you know, those are the main things, the objections, the things that I hear when I'm in line at United or going to Chili's. You know, I hear those things from people, and you know, we just tell them the truth about what we know about these. So
then it won't affect the droughts. I know that was a big problem for people. So that, it seems, like you said, it seems to be on the up and up in that front too.
with the water, and that's a huge issue that we're very sensitive to here. I was here during the drought. I remember how devastating that was, and don't want to go through anything like that ever again, and would certainly never, you know, do anything to cause that. So these are good neighbors. These are good partners, and they have been. We didn't wake up last Wednesday and decide to do this. This has gone on for a couple of years now. now. So, and they just get more and more efficient and better all the time. So this is the first one of you know, at least 3 and maybe up to 5 by the time that that we're done. What we say will be the data center capital.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
That'll be our thing. That'll be what we're known for here
I'm
in
okay
town.
with that.
Hey, there are way worse things to be thought of.
Yeah, this is you know, if we have another couple minutes, I mean, those are this is a $10 to $15 billion investment, you know, per data center that's here too, and that's directly reflected in our community. They are they're constantly, it's not a one and done. They're constantly renewing the inventory and the servers and the equipment that they have in there. That's more tax revenue for Wichita Falls every time that they do that stuff. So. Plus jobs, and working with our local universities, our CEC, to provide the welders, the plumbers, the electricians. You know, this is going to be a great thing for Wichita Falls.
Love to hear it.
We can have nice things.
We can have nice things.
And we're about to. Yeah. This should close between October 16th, November 1st.
All right, coming up soon.
Is when that first one. The mall will close October 15th.
Okay, gosh, so all happening around the same time.
We're 8 days away from that one. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, speaking of that mall, speaking of the mall, you know, I know you said we're closing on anything, but was there any truth to at least one of the major investors backing out? We wanted to, we just wanted to clarify that for sure.
No. Not at all. That purchase will go through. The appraisal was $26 million. Came in more than anybody thought that it would be. The real estate appraisal, the banks are comfortable. The funding is done, and we'll be able to announce who our master developer is very shortly after the closing. But none of that has changed. Okay. So
that sounds good. Yes. A lot happening this month.
There is a lot happening.
It is a busy October.
We literally have more than we can say grace over right now because you know there's been a great team that's gone out and gotten it. So
for sure.
Now we're looking forward to working with these folks and building up the quality of life here in Wichita Falls.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to see how everything progresses,
yes,
and we know we'll be hearing from you throughout the year and everything.
I hope so.
Yes, can't wait to see what you have for us next.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We appreciate it.